Islam teaches that there is an objective basis to morality in the world, that when you say something is right or wrong, that is a true statement. So I want to consider some of the moral elements of this religion and see if it's something that you would be able to throw your weight behind. There are, of course, many examples that I could choose from, but one of the most important areas and one of the most often spoken about areas is the treatment of women. If a wife's disobedient to a husband, then sure, he should still try and talk her out of it. But if that doesn't work, well, then you can strike them. Seems to be a bit of an inequality here. And that inequality is only highlighted when we look at the rest of that same hadith. It's preceded by the following. It is not lawful for a woman who believes Allah to allow anyone... it is not lawful for a woman who believes in Allah to allow anyone in her husband's house while he dislikes it. She should not go out of the house if he dislikes it, and should not obey anyone who contradicts his orders. It's getting a bit more questionable now. And to finish off, the very next sentence is, she should not refuse to share his bed. And you can take that to mean what you will, but I'll remind you that if you find any of this objectionable, then you should find objectionable the doctrines from which they spring.
Now, the interesting thing is you have a nihilist, someone who does not believe in existential... he's an existential nihilist who's cosmic skeptic. He's an existential nihilist, a moral nihilist. He is an epistemological nihilist. He doesn't even believe in morality. And he's making a moral case today. I mean, I don't know how this works. I really don't know. He says, I subjectively value my liberty. In one of his videos, The Moral Argument, 1 hour and 16 minutes. Tell me how, from first principles, liberty works. Is it not based and predicated on a fictitious, hypothetical, mythological state of nature detailed by John Locke and Thomas Hobbes and those individuals? Where's the scientific evidence for that? Why do you believe that? Why do you believe in equality? John Locke established his equality on the hedonistic principle and on a theory of God. Now you're an atheist trying to find from first principles why you believe in equality. We as Muslims don't believe in second-wave feminism. Simple as that. Yeah, there's some things in Islam which are different for men than to women. Why do I have to justify myself to you? You have to justify why that equality of that Eurocentric understanding of equality of second-wave feminism in the 60s that emerged is the objective morality. That's you, that's an active claim that you've made. You have to substantiate it. But listen to what he says in his video, My Problem with Sam Harris's Morality. Can I finish off?
Yeah, you got a minute now.
If you go to Somalia and tell those women, why do you put those women in bags? They will accuse you of cultural imperialism. So why are you asking the women if they've been put in bags? What kind of discussion is that? What kind of sanctimonious Orientalist understanding of morality is that? You have to first prove your morality. You're a subjective moralist. You don't believe in objective morality. Don't ask me about morality. You don't believe in it. Prove it. That's an active claim. And with that, guys, I want to say one last thing, which is that he made an egregious claim in one of his videos called The Liberal Hypocrisy on Islam. He said Islam is a racist religion. And I will tell you that Islam is the only ancient religion in the world which completely negates racism. Look at chapter 49, verse 13 of the Quran. Look at the Prophet. He said there's no virtue of a black man over a white man, an Arab over a non-Arab. Now, he's got three options. Option 1, to retract the statement. Option 2, yes, option 2, to provide the evidence, or option 3, face public humiliation today. And there's no fourth option. So don't make claims about morality and about Islam if you haven't even read the Islamic literature and you don't know what is in its contents.
So first and foremost, with regards to morality, it's actually completely irrelevant in this debate concerning when we're discussing explanation of reality. If you don't believe in objective morality, then there's nothing to compare the morality of Islam with.
That's right.
To say that it is discordant with it. Yes. Right? So I think it's a massive red herring, and I think that friend of yours will talk about a few fallacies concerning bringing it up in the first place. You have to first present to us objective morality, and then compare it to Islam's morality and say they don't fit. Yes, you can't, and that's my point. And also the fact that you say, well, if we don't like some morality in the past, or some basis for justifying morality in the past, we can change it. Well, that's what's scary. Because in modern, 21st century Europe, and on 20th century Europe, need I say more, people thought that morality of people's protections of rights and things were no longer convenient for the nation's security, and then they prejudicially persecute certain minorities because it was no longer beneficial from their estimation. And there's no objective basis to argue against it, other than you say, well, I personally don't like or find it distasteful what they did. So that is actually scary, that you don't have objective morality.